Welcome back to some more Napoleon Total War, the Great War Mod here today on the channel. We have episode 5 of my German Kaiser series. Here today, we're going to continue our war on the Eastern Front, trying to secure more Baltic countries. We're currently trying to wrap up the war in France as well. However, there's some French resistance in southern France, and we might even be able to as well, if we're lucky, to have the invasion of Gibraltar. So if you like the sound of that, feel free to leave the video a like, subscribe if you're new. Would really much appreciate it. Got to thank you guys for all the fantastic support on the channel over the last couple of days and weeks. Yeah, fuck me, years to be honest. But yeah, thanks guys, really appreciate your support. I wouldn't be where I am without it. Alrighty, so let's move this army. Yeah, so we want to move the Crown Prince of Bavaria down south to go to Gibraltar. We're currently sieging things out here against the French. They do have Corsica, which is super annoying because we're going to have to navally invade through there. The Allied forces do have, of course, the naval supremacy. Just looking at the officers here, can we change anything? I think our cabinet is okay. We only had to change it pretty early on. Tech-wise, we're going to be able to get tanks soon, which is fantastic, and we also can get some different types of warfare. We've managed to capture the French universities, so we're going to be able to really snowball tech-wise now that we've taken, for all intensive purposes, a major power out. We've managed to gobble up their lands. So, we're still continuing down with the southern offensive. And yeah, that's 95% in our favour. So we can auto-resolve this one and claim the southern port city of Marseille, bringing all of the French mainland under German control. Cool beans. Let's replenish and repair where we can. And there seems to be an army to the north here. Yeah, they've got a huge navy down here. Realistically, we would seize it. Wasn't there that mad thing where, like, the French wouldn't destroy their navy, so Churchill had to blow a lot of it up and capture some of it? Because the French, like, refused. It was, like, the only sort of ally-on-ally attack, because I think a couple French soldiers were taken out in that in World War II, from what I can remember. Churchill, absolute nutter, but a good nutter, I guess. Alright, we've got some small allies here. Okay, so they're just, like, just raiding the trade route, which is not the best. They've even got a bigger navy than me, the French. Yeah, we've got to really keep an eye on it. Alright, as we move further south, we might be able to capture Gibraltar if we're lucky. Because we need that navy down there if we want to ever take Corsica. A new nation rises. Ireland. Okay. They have ceded from the UK. Well, I wonder if we can somehow get some negotiations with them. Make them like fascists or something. Ally up with the fascist Irish. That'll be interesting. But they're kind of opposed to monarchy, so I guess we'd have to sort of appeal to that. Because I'm sure they're not going to like, well, the Tsar overly that much. So we'll give them some trade. We could even give them some tech as well. That might be able to force through an alliance, I don't know. Or we might actually be able to give them some tech so that they can, yeah, just get some armies to annoy and harass the UK. No, they do like us, not too bad, which is interesting. Now that they've claimed their independence. Okay, back over on the Eastern Front, we're still dealing with the Ruskies. We've managed to take Lithuania. We've got Austin von Mackensen here, our best and prime general of the German army. There's a lot of Russian forces here. We're currently trying to take Latvia. And an army has come up and attacked at Lithuania. We're going to have to play this one. We haven't got the largest garrison in there. It's just the numbers with the Russians. Alright, let's play this one. Alright. The defense of Lithuania. So, thankfully, now we're starting to get to the stage in the campaign where we just have supreme artillery supremacy. This one actually probably has nearly two less, like nearly too few, sorry, infantry. Bloody Stannis Baratheon and his bloody Nazi grammar. Alright, so let's try and move you here. I would like at least about 5 infantry divisions, but here's hoping we should have enough artillery just to absolutely blow and rip roll through the Russian infantry. Now, unfortunately, looking at the topography of this battlefield, we're currently fighting in thick forests in Lithuania, which is not good, not the most conducive to this game. Obviously, in real life, forests wouldn't... I guess it would conceal the troops somewhat, but obviously, you just start blowing up trees left, right, and center. They are indestructible, which is... I don't even know how you would code that in to Napoleon. You more than likely can't. But yeah, unfortunately, the trees are going to give them cover, and they are indestructible technically, so they're even giving them even more protection. So what I'll do is we'll try and bunker down, entrench in some of our German infantry, and then we'll just try and just find some openings and breaks here from the tree cover and the canopy, and we'll just try and smash them from afar. We've had a far easier time on the western front, as you'd expect. The French have all but certainly capitulated. However, the Russians are fighting tooth and nail for every piece of territory they've gained. Okay, so we do have our new artillery pieces as well, howitzers and some old guns, and then we've got our new ones here. So they don't actually have an artillery piece on them, the superior artillery. It looks like they've just got like sort of like a surveillance crew, like to coordinate it. Maybe it's sort of off the battlefield. Kind of reminds me of For the Samurai. Just like calling in the artillery strikes. Because now we've just got in crazy range. So we want to try and get them as close and protected to the field as possible. There we go. And then we've got our other reserves here as well. Okay, cool. August, we need to hide you somewhere. Now, okay, maybe behind this little house here will do. Okay, so we've got a little bit of an opening here on this left-hand side, which is cool. And then we've got most of the infantry in the center. So the left-hand side is going to get the first couple of aerial bombardments off, as our infantry are going to hold. We will have some additional reinforcements potentially coming in, which would be really good. But they're only from the garrison. Here is the main German artillery line. Make sure you hit your marks, lads. And give the Russians hell. Make sure your artillery pieces strike true. Okay, they will have some of their own. Okay, so here they're firing. A little bit of an animation. But I guess, yeah, I guess they're off screen. Alright, we're starting to really pepper their position. They do have some of their own mortars. And then they've got some General's Guard as well. We're going to just... looks like they're advancing, which isn't the best. We're just going to try and hope... Oh, I've got one here that I didn't move on in. That's actually not too bad, maybe hiding them in the forest. It might lull them into a bit of a false sense of security. But they seem to be advancing, which is annoying. They're not sitting back and taking the punishing, as I would like. But we just need to try and capitulate and try and take out as many of them as we can. We're currently wavering at least 5 of them. We have completely destroyed one. Looking at the top right. They have retreated. Just continue to pummel their position. We've opened up a pretty decent angle here as well. So we should be hitting it from all sides. That cavalry is getting smashed as it moves on forward. And we should have enough riflemen as well to throw back any infantry that somehow manages to advance and slowly but surely progress through the artillery bombardment. But so far, if you are doing your own Great War Mod Germany campaign, I'd highly recommend trying to get rid of the French as quickly as possible. Take it slow against the Russians, because we've only like gotten to sort of now the mid game of this campaign that we're actually able to fight the Russians on their terms. As some cavalry is trying to hit me on the right, I'm just going to try and form up a little bit better here, because if one unit can get around our artillery, that could cause a flood. We're going to be really quite caught here. We really need to take out those cavalry trying to make it their way through the trees. Yeah, and there's, for example, an artillery strike trying to clip and hit those units that are coming forward, and it's just getting smashed into those trees and not doing too much. Oh no, this is not good. We actually might get overwhelmed here. A lot of these Russian infantry are at about 70% health. They are getting way too close, and they're actually starting to hit us there. They might actually be able to neutralize some artillery. Oh no. This is not good. Now, I managed to get rid of the cavalry that's now come in. Okay, they've opened up the flank. There we go. This is what we want. So, they've decided to hit the main line, which is interesting. Luckily, I've actually split into two army groups. If I wasn't, we might be in a different position. My infantry is actually taking a battering here as we're trying to trade and protect. The German infantry is absolutely trying to protect with their lives the artillery as they want to try and go up and over here. Oh, they're getting dangerously close. Still about 75% in our favour, but you've got to give it to the Russians. They are literally adopting no step back as they're pushing forward. They actually will look to swarm, advance and push into the German position as bayonet combat is about to break out. Okay, we're definitely going to need these Germany artillery positions on the right, the left here to come swing around the right. Oh my god. And some of the artillerymen are having to fight as the Russians have broken the line. Oh, that's not good whatsoever. Come on. Right. You're probably safe there, that artillery. We're going to have to swing this infantry around. Oh my god, that's some RNG. We've managed to kill the enemy general. That could be the deciding factor in this. But unfortunately, we're going to lose some artillery crew here and some battle-hardened Eastern Front engineers. What a crazy fight. Okay. So maybe we have to go slightly back to the drawing plan, battlefield-wise. We are going to win this one here today, but we're going to maybe take high infantry losses and some artillery. Like I would, like I said, I want mostly 5 infantry and the rest artillery ideally, but maybe we need a little bit more, because if they do something like that again and just charge us, because the Russians, their major strength in the Great War Mod is their numbers and their recklessness for their infantry. So charging like that is such a legitimate, like an effective strategy. If they just charge on in, they probably could overwhelm us. Obviously, we want to sit back and try and blast as many of them away as we can. We are going to be able to win here by the skin of our teeth, but maybe I need to be a little bit more secure and go with the 6 or a 7, because what's done us in here is the terrain. The amount of coverage they have is what sort of saved them. Look, if this was a nice flat field battle on the fields of Germany, we might do a bit better. It's just that tree coverage has really helped them out. But as we get further into Russia, it's probably going to be a lot flatter and a lot less tree coverage as there is here in the Baltic states. We have managed to turn this one around, but unfortunately some of, my infantry and artillery has been taken out. Victory, a heroic one. We'll take that. A good victory. First up against the Russians as they try to retake their territory of Lithuania. Infantry did alright in the end, along with the field guns. And hopefully that's the start of more victories in and around Vilnius, as we look to take Latvia soon on after. Alrighty, so the Austrians look like they might move some infantry up. Still got a couple of armies in and around Lithuania. We'll go push you to Latvia. We have been intercepted here. That is quite harsh, that auto-resolve. I'm not even going to lie. Unfortunately, I have to play this one because we need to win this battle. Yeah, and look at that. Look how much this is like favoured for us to win. It's like 75% in our favour. And once again, the tree coverage isn't the best. Okay, so this army build is a little bit different. Ideally, these guys needed to meet up with Austin von Mackensen just to trade out some of the infantry and artillery and vice versa. Alright, let's go with something like this. And we'll grab everyone that can go into a trench formation. There we go. And we'll set these guys further back. 2 army groups coming in. Not the hardest battle. But for whatever reason, the auto-resolve was not good whatsoever. Which is annoying. But doesn't matter, we'll play this one. Just want to make that artillery a little bit nicer. Alrighty, boys. Give them hell. So just trading a little bit back and forth here at the moment between us and the Russians. 2 battles. Hopefully, this can be a territorial gain for us. So their reinforcements are coming in a single column, which is good for me. We might need to target that soon. So if we can destroy this army and the reinforcements that have intercepted us on our pathway to Latvia, we should be able to take the country. Look at this gorgeous looking windmill here in the heart of the Baltic farmland. Awesome. Okay, so we've absolutely trashed a cavalry unit there. And this time around, I feel way more secure in my position of defending my artillery. Just because I've got so much infantry here. Also, we saw it a little bit in that last battle. What makes them jump up and over those trenches? Because sometimes it's a little bit insane, them doing that. How do you stop your infantry from doing that? I don't know. Or maybe you just can't, simply. I'm going to press insert on my keyboard because I want to try and get some cinematic shots. Oh, here we go. Oh, that's a bit of a wayward bullet there. Right over the head and top of a Ruski soldier. Because you can get some pretty good looking cinematic shots here. For some reason, some of the artillery pieces don't work, but an infantry division you can see from close range. Like we can't see there. Unfortunately, whoever we're watching is a shock and sharpshooter. Can't hit absolutely anything. But so far, our German riflemen are absolutely wrecking. They are decimating the first initial Russian Empire infantry. Perfect. We're even starting to clip some of the reinforcements coming in as well. Let's speed things up slightly. Because we're basically just in a bit of a shootout stance more than anything. Oh, thankfully they're... Yeah, I wonder why they do that. I think that's like a Napoleon thing. And they're hitting us with a bit of artillery here. Need to get you back in a bit of cover. Yeah, they come in as reinforcements in single fire, which is really conducive to our artillery fire. Now they're charging a bit closer. And yeah, now they're just up and over the wall there. Maybe they get a better shot if they're routing. But unfortunately, the defenders of Latvia are going to be destroyed. Only a couple more units remaining. Yeah, I don't know why the auto-resolve was so harsh on this one. Maybe because we got intercepted. I'm not entirely sure why. But from what I've noticed as well, what helps out of the balance of power is artillery as well. Which makes sense. So the AI in auto-resolve actually values artillery a bit more. Okay, we've absolutely destroyed and routed the Russian infantry here. The only units on the field of battle that remain, the artillery at the back here. We might need to charge up my infantry, which I'm happy to do. Just depends how accurate my own artillery are hitting the last of the Russians. A little bit of coverage here. They got a couple chevrons, so they might be alright. It's just like a cost-based analysis. I think we charge. I think if we sit back, there's going to be more infantry losses than a direct charge. To be fair, we've only got 5 to their 3. So we don't even we're not even going to out-artillery them that much anyway. So the charge has been given to run down the remaining Russian units in retreat. And now we've not had to siege and surround the Russian garrison inside Latvia. A couple rifle volleys should do. Just try and nail down that position. Alright, we've charged the first piece of artillery. Ideally, we'd want to try and capture it. I will need to stop my artillery from getting their shots off because they're just going to get friendly fired off.
Our men are running, sir.
The enemy general's been taken out.
Glorious victory, sir, is soon to be yours.
I think I just destroyed one of my own units there. I think they were in front. Oh, I think they clipped onto it. Not the one at the very, very front there. I think there was one that was further up. Oh no. That's annoying. I was like, they were there for like a split second, then I gave like one a shot, or I gave one attack order. And they were gone within like 3 volleys. Oh no. So, we're firing on our men. So be it. Alright. So, we should be able to take this one. Yep. We can liberate them, but no, I want to try and get as much territory for Germany as we can. Lebensraum, or whatever it's called. Okay. Still got a couple of Russian forces in and around us. One's actually fled back to Minsk and Belarus. One has actually pushed further south. And we're trying to cement our position now in Latvia. Alright, back over here. We're still getting more units in Munich. We're going to have to deal with the Italian problem. We're going to deal with the Italian job. Oh, that French army from Marseille's pushed there. We're in striking range of Gibraltar here as well, with the Crown Prince of Bavaria. And I think we'll move on in. And we might actually do that one here today. So let's drop the German army in Gibraltar. Thankfully, Portugal and Spain are neutral at this point. But taking this off the Brits Should be able to stop any warships from coming into the Mediterranean. Our only enemy that's left there is France and Italy. But we're going to have to protect the German fleet, because we want to try and completely destroy France. It's annoying that they're so sort of dug in Corsica. But we will need a bit of a military presence there in Bavaria. And we might even make an attack group from the Alps eventually as well. Wilhelm II, 57. Still absolutely dominating Europe. He's doing alright. Same with our finances as well. We're mostly taxing the nobility. We want to try and increase that where we can. Just got to keep an eye on it, because sometimes text can grief you quite a bit on that front. So there is quite a huge navy in Gibraltar as well. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that. Just wanted to end the turn and continue to see if the UK reacted at any point. I think they're too busy dealing with the uprising in Ireland, that they've declared their independence, that they're not going to be able to focus on Gibraltar. We've got the Arab revolt here. Shame we can't see the Middle East and what's going on there, because that's always a really interesting theatre of war, particularly in World War One as well, man. What's a bit of a shame as well, like I did mention that I am open to doing more campaigns on the Great War mod. I was like, oh, maybe I should play as the Ottomans, but they're kind of a little bit disappointing, because they've only got Constantinople. Oh my god, I called it that. They've only got Istanbul. Oh god. That's me doing we're playing Rome 2 recently. Hang on, a couple things here. I was trying to make a point as the British Navy intercepts me. We only narrowly won that. Oh my god. On an auto-resolve. I'm not the best at naval battles, so I thought, no, I better not play that one. Anyway, we've won against the British Navy here. We'll try and run and hunt it down as we siege out Gibraltar, which will take good. We'll have the Battle of Gibraltar in today's video. Back over to doing more campaigns on this mod. Definitely open to do it. Maybe playing as redoing the UK, Italy, Russia, France, obviously the majors. But yeah, maybe playing as the Ottomans might not be the best. It might be sort of anticlimactic, because you don't even have Anatolia. You've only got Istanbul. Sure, there'll be some cool fights in and around Greece and in the Baltic. Oh, maybe. No, actually might be right. No, I just thought of like reforging the Ottoman Empire, like going into the Crimea, going further up into the Baltics. That actually might be quite fun. Because to be fair, not much is probably going on down in Asia Minor itself. It'd only be down in the Middle East, which isn't even in the map. Okay. On the Eastern Front, things have quieted down a little bit. A Russian army is nearby, but hopefully we can have some Austrian support. And we're not going to be able to. Oh, okay, that's a bit better. Alright, we'll auto-resolve that one. I was like, oh, we're going to have to find another one here, but thankfully we've got a decent auto-resolve for once against the Russians. Good. We might have been able to lock down Lithuania. Right, back to Gibraltar. I think we'll play this one. Not the most difficult battle. However, this will be the first time on the field that we're going to be fighting against the Brits. Against the small and tiny Gibraltar garrison. We've yet to face them on the field of battle. Alright, welcome to the battle for Gibraltar. I can't wait to see the British units on the field of battle. Alright, the Crown Prince in this army build has artillery supremacy, of course. This one has a bit more infantry, which is good. But I don't think the British are going to last, well, too long in this one. Thankfully, it's a nice, flat, open field battle. And we should be able to absolutely bombard and obliterate the British. Unfortunately, it's a weird looking day, this battlefield. What is this? It's like very foggy and overcast, but it's like still red and hot. Strange. Looks kind of cool. Yeah, it's like this fog. You can kind of see it flowing on over the battlefield. Alrighty. So, we'll just try and protect our boys here where we can. And once Gibraltar is taken, this is going to be a huge strategic position because we're going to be able to dominate the Mediterranean. And now that should only leave potentially the Italian Navy and the French. And we should be able to officially destroy them as a faction. But realistically, you'd imagine the French would go in exile to potentially North Africa or whatnot. But here is the German artillery, ready to get their shots off. Boom. Boom, boom. I want you in my room. Oh, God. Spend the night together. Blow the British away. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Fire and fury. We're raining down on... Oh, my God. They just got wiped out. We can't even see them. They quite literally just got vaporized off the earth. And then here is the general unit as well. Oh my God. What is that, like 16 artillery pieces hitting them? 15. If we've got 5. 20 in a stack. Oh my God. The carnage. Oh, the humanity. Oh my God. What an absolute murder. Oh my God. Now, we don't have much line of sight on them, but any glimpse of a British unit, they've just been absolutely trashed. Alright, good stuff, fellas. Just one at a time. Taking them out. Calling in super heavy artillery support as well. But here are some of the British infantry. These are the Home Guard. Local Gibraltar conscripts. Stuck into the firing line as we see Gibraltar in the background. Just speed things up, just try and get rid of the last of them. And then we've taken the strait. Gibraltar has fallen to the Germans. Oh my God, there's no way they're coming back for this. The amount of artillery fire that's raining down on them is actually making the camera shake. There we go. Another one bites the dust. More Home Guard there. Getting obliterated. Annihilated. I can't think of any more words to describe this complete and utter carnage of the British garrison here. But we will have to deal with the Brits at some point. I think once... Well, where do we go? Like, we've got to deal with getting rid of the French. Like, getting rid of them completely. Then we've got to deal with the Italian job. It's annoying that they joined the Allies this time around and weren't in our Central Powers Alliance. Not in the Axis, as it were. Still fighting on the Eastern Front. It's going to be quite a long time before we get to Moscow. I wonder if we're going to get to London or Moscow first. It'll be interesting. But the thing is, while we're down here in the Mediterranean, we might as well push for Italy. We might leave Britain till last. But anyway, we've taken Gibraltar now and had our first battle against the British. They didn't even charge against us. Oh my God, we didn't lose anyone in that offensive. And the Crown Prince of Bavaria has seized Gibraltar as his own, well, little old fiefdom, I guess. Okay, they want me to join the war. No, I don't think so. Unfortunately. J.R.R. Tolkien arrives at Somme. Okay. Ah, the Austrian-Hungarian Empire's made alliance with the Irish. That's good. Can we make an alliance with you then? Oh, damn. I nearly guarantee your independence. New Jersey shark attacks. Oh my god. Just seeing those black and white photos reminds me of Harold Holt, the Australian Prime Minister that went out swimming. They don't know what happened to him, but he more than likely got taken out by a shark. Oh, doing some diplomatic stuff here. But did anyone... There was that crazy shark attack in Sydney a couple months ago. Some guy got taken off from the rocks. That was fucking awful. It was tragic as hell. There's like a video of it. It's awful. Alright. Still dealing with the Russians here. I'm trying to take out as many of them as we can as we continue to push into Minsk and Belarus. And then I guess we've got to take Estonia as well. But yeah, if I've got one fear, it is probably sharks. Like, we don't have too many of them here in Tassie. Down in the south, we have a lot. Near seal colonies and stuff. But as someone that used to do surf lifesaving and swimming a lot, like doing big sea dives, like as a kid, you don't even think about the risks, but that now scares the shit out of me. Like, you never know, you just could be taken out by some huge fucking shark. But anyway, we've got German tanks on the way, which would be good. And we're going to be able to get a general here in Munich, because we're going to continue on the offensive. I've got a navy here ready to push into Corsica to try and take out the French once and for all. And we're also making a front here against the Italians. But yeah, poor fucker. Just going for a swim and then getting jacked by a huge shark. Terrible. Alright, back in Gibraltar, we're doing alright. Like, snakes could give a shit about. So sharks, man. Okay, so unfortunately the Navy did get intercepted by the Italians. But luckily we were able to get to Corsica quick enough. But, oh, we've narrowly won there. Okay, back over in the east. We're slowly but surely advancing. August von Mackensen, Colonel of the German Army and Commander of the military forces on the Eastern Front, is pushing on. Oh, okay. Right, let's pull back here. That's a little bit not favoured. Alrighty. We've got this army here in Munich that's still growing as well. Convalescing. Okay, we can hopefully officially put the final nail in the French coffin. That's what I'm hoping for. Okay, it's mostly just home guard by the look of it. Good. Let's auto resolve that one. And as we take Corsica, that should be it. You would imagine, unless you've taken some territory they can't see. No, that's it. Nation destroyed. The French are no more. A Dankeschön, Frenchie. Okay. And we're going to have to rebuild the German Navy if we ever want to cross the channel. Oh, I'm actually surprised that the Italians actually had a fair bit in there. Alright, let's move you further south. Oh, we had that army trying to deal with the French, didn't we? That was annoying our French lands. Alright, still currently besieging out Minsk. We should be able to bring Belarus under German Kaiser control. We can actually liberate the people. Yeah, no thanks. We want more territory for the Kaiser. And then we'll make a play for Estonia. as well. So we've defended the Baltic here in today's episode, taken Latvia as well. We might actually be able to take Estonia, you know what? Actually, ooh, I like that. That's a juicer. Yep. And the Baltic states are firmly back under German control. Perfect. Oh, and we actually can get chlorine gas as well. And we've got tanks on the way as well. Oh, and flamethrowers. So we should be able to actually fight with them and show them off in the next episode. Late August 1916. Anyway, look, you know what? Unfortunately, I've got to wrap things up here. Play for about an hour here today. But stay tuned for more episodes of the Great War Mod coming out on the channel. I think we'll continue our war on the Eastern Front. And the thing is, because we've been drawn so far south to get rid of the French, I think we just go after the Italians. And we might leave the Brits till last, because unfortunately, we have to rebuild our damn navy. It took an absolute battering. We had to deal with the British Gibraltar fleet. Then we had to deal with the Italians and some other naval forces in the Med. But anyway, stay tuned for episode 6 coming out soon. More than likely tomorrow. But we'll just have to see how we go, I guess. Anyway, take care, fellas. Hope you've enjoyed today's video. Stay tuned for more videos. I'm going to play the outro now. Goodbye. Unfortunately, it's time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Check out my social media links in the description below if you want to stay connected with me. I also want to say thank you to this month's patrons and channel members: Victor K, Sebastian C, Jordan K, Caesar L, Brian S, Tao, Lion B, Kyle P, Tom C, and White P. My name has been Simpzy. Much love from Australia. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.